Water Certification from this dive center in Malvan, which my Kraken Hunter buddy Jitin told me about. And I took mom and Bruno along. We stayed at the dive center and they had rooms. Right next to the rooms was the swimming pool, and there was this lady who would cook food for us. We would go to her house and have our lunch, breakfast, dinner. The day I reached, we settled in, and from the next day onwards, my training started. The first training was confined dives in the swimming pool, and I learned about the equipments, the BCD, the jacket which inflates, the cylinder, the mouthpiece, the pressure gauge, and everything, how to put them together and take them apart, and what to do to maintain neutral buoyancy, and hand signals for emergency. For example, if my air goes down to reserve levels, I'm supposed to, that is about 50 bar. If it goes down to 50, I'm supposed to do this hand action of, or if it goes down to 40, I'm supposed to do 30, and if it's 20, and then if it's no air, like I'm out of air. So when I'm out of air, I'm supposed to take my buddy's alternate source of air. It's like another mouthpiece, stage 2, that I put in my mouth and I breathe. So for that, when I do that, I have to hold the hand of my buddy like this. And then we just ascend, we just go up. I always thought that I am really good at holding my breath. So if need be, I can make my air last longer, but no, you never do that. You cannot do that, because your lung has to continuously expand and collapse, because due to the pressure in the water, you cannot afford to hold your breath, because the moment you start coming up, your lungs will burst. And I was like, that's it? So there's technically no way to escape if equipment fails. It's scary.
ऊपर और बहुत तेजी से जा रहे हैं। हाँ, लेकिन आपका और पूरे पैर ऊपर रहना चाहिए। मतलब भिड़ने वाले हैं। चलो, टर्न। अभी इधर कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं, लेकिन पानी में, समंदर में बहुत तकलीफ होगा। बीच में पूछना, बड़ी आ रही हो क्या? बड़ी आ रही। ऐसे दोनों हाथ से पकड़ लो। हाँ, दूसरे हाथ से पकड़ो। चलो, फिनिश। चाहिए तो रेगुलेटर चाहिए, ले लो, 1 मिनट।
So confined dives are a lot of fun, because that's my first exposure to breathe underwater, and it had a lot of things that I had to learn, and different maneuvers like how to save your buddy. So open water always makes sure that you can dive without a dive instructor, but you need to have a buddy with you. And I can dive till the depth of 18 meters or 60 feet. So it was fun, but my confined dives was so strenuous that the next day my whole body was sore. It was so sore.
The day of the actual dive, we went out into the ocean. We kept our cylinders by the beach and waited for the boat. It was going to be the most adventurous day of my life. I wasn't expecting this, but the boat ride to the actual dive spot was the most exciting part of the trip.
Hello!
Okay.
I'm in the boat! That's in the little fort behind me.
I asked my instructor if I could sit at the front of the boat, and he said yes. We crossed lighthouses, and it felt like I was in a Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
So when we reached the dive spot, the actual dive spot, my instructor told me to wear my BCD and everything and roll off the boat in the sea. And I'm like, I can do that, it's scary. He's like, come on, you can do that, it's not that scary. I'm like, I'm scared, I can't do this. And he's like, okay, fine, take your BCD off, jump, we'll give you the equipment. You mean jump off the boat without the BCD, the thing that keeps me afloat? I think I'll roll off. You just need to push me. And there's one time I'm sitting on the thing and I'm asking, is there any other way to do this?
Right hand on the regulator mask. Left hand on your elbow. Counting start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Hey, hey! Woo! Relax, relax, relax. पकड़. Relax, relax. Ladder को पकड़ो. Ladder को पकड़ो. हाँ.
So once everyone was in the water, we did the 5-point descent, and the first thing that I see is a purple crowned jellyfish just drift towards me. And I'm like, I've never seen anything so pretty in my life. I'm like looking at it. Should I touch it? Should I touch it? I'm like, no. Should I touch it? No, it's jelly types. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it's jelly, so it could be poisonous. And you're not supposed to touch any animal unless they come and bump into you. Then it's okay. And thank God I didn't touch it. It was a frigging jellyfish, but so pretty. It came like a gift. I'm like, can I take it? Can I take it? And then we went further down, and visibility went down, and we had to equalize the whole time. During my first dive, actual dive, there was so much current in the water. The sea was crazy that day. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening? How do I maintain my buoyancy? And how do I continuously breathe and not panic? And then there was this another jellyfish, which was pretty sure, I was pretty sure was like the proper jellyfish that like you have to stay away, the white one. And then thank God for the confined dives. When I looked at my gauge, it was reserve air. I was on reserve air. And I'm like, hell, in the confined dive, I was not able to finish my air. Here in the sea, I'm already 50 bar, and I just tapped my instructor. I'm like, it's like, okay, let's go up. Let's ascend. So that was one emergency situation. Dive 2 was my instructor who ran out of air, and he just looked at me and he just did shh. I'm like, what? And he's like looking for my alternates. I'm like, yeah, take. Let's hold hands and let's go up. He's like, heck. And then he went up and he's like swimming on top of me with my alternate air. So I'm like, what is happening? Where are you? I can't see you. It's crazy. And during the third dive, I was like, they had put 4 lead, those things, weights on my belt. That is the max. You cannot put 5 because I would like never come up only. Those 4 were also not enough for me because I'm so light. And I am down with them. Slowly, I'm not able to maintain my neutral buoyancy and I'm just coming up. And I wanted to hold their hand because most of the time my instructor was holding my hand because I would drift here and there. And in the third dive, they're busy looking at something and the other instructor is also busy, and I'm just drifting up, and you're not supposed to ascend so quickly because for the sinus in the ears, they start popping, and I'm just coming up. I'm like, no way that I can bring myself back down again. I've deflated my BCD completely, and I'm just still floating up. I'm like, I'm going up too fast. And then all of a sudden they look down, like, hey, come down, come down, come down. And then slowly they brought me down. That was it. It messed up my ears. They just popped, and my whole sinus started hurting. Like, let's go. Like, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing like this. Like, something is wrong, something is wrong. And like, finally, okay, we had spent almost half an hour for our third dive. And like, let's go up. And when we went up, I was like, oh, the ascent was like so painful because of the whole thing was hurting, and because I had floated up on my own without and not at the right speed. 3 dives down, heading back. I told my instructor, how long is it gonna take for us to reach? He's like, what happened? I said, I have to pee. And there was this face of realization wherein he just remembered, oh shoot, I didn't tell her this. He just sat in front of me. I was like, Deepika. I said, yeah. See, it's natural. It's very natural. Divers pee in the sea. I was like, divers pee in the sea? So, you all peed in the sea? And nobody told me? Nobody told me! I said, no wonder. One is chilling, sunbathing, the other is on the phone because you all peed in the sea. Wait a minute. You all peed in the sea right next to me? The salty water was extra salty. Okay, there's a confession. I'm not that dumb. Okay, I did try to pee, but there's no way on earth or water that lying like this in the sea with the cylinder and people around me that I can make myself pee no matter how badly I have to. Okay, there is no way that I can psychologically make myself pee. So there I was holding my bladder tight till we reached the shore. That was the longest 20 minutes of my life. They were like, Deepika, look! Dolphin! I'm like, baad mein gayi dolphin! Jaldi chalao, isko jaldi chalao, ye chal kyun nahi rahi? Slowly it was going. We are heading back now. Boat never reaches the beach, okay? It stops way before. I had to run in knee-deep water all the way to the room. I called my mom on the way, please keep the door open. So that was another disaster story that happened, apart from the ear and the sinus. So it was fun, and that was not all. By the time I changed and had a bath, I realized I'd got a very nasty tan that looked like stockings. Check out my tan lines. So this was my PADI Open Water certification story. And if you're going for certification yourself, make sure that you don't have any sinus issues or eardrum problems and other medical things that are required. You're physically fit. Make sure you start gymming before you go for the certification because it is pretty strenuous. And if you really want to enjoy it, make sure you are very, very healthy and when you do that. So I hope I do my advanced certification soon enough. I want to do it in wreck diving because that's the whole point of doing scuba diving, because I'm an underwater archaeologist. That's all for today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
ऐसे